Hi, I'm here today to show you how to fit your Fuze Wheel Writer. The key thing to note about the wheel writer is it always have to be a minimum of 20" in size, and it has to be these classic spokes. It can't be mags or the multiple spokes. When you open your Fuze Wheel Writer box, inside you'll find your instruction manual, the wheel writer, the magnetic sensor for the speedo, and the cable ties which are used to mount the sensor onto your bike frame, and they can also be used to secure the actual wheel writer itself. The wheel writer also has two mounting brackets, the top one and the central one. Both of them is what clamps onto your spokes. Right, the wheel writer has to be projecting from the clean side of the bike, not the chain side. I've got the bike facing this way to show you how we mount all the brackets. So take your top bracket, has a guider line which will slot into the spokes and lift up and tighten against the back spokes just for you to mount the writer on. So we'll do that one first. Push that up to as tight as it will go. The wheel writer requires 3 AAA batteries. They don't come in the box, so you'll have to purchase those separately. Remove the backing plate, which is held on with a Phillips screw, and all 3 AAA batteries go over the positive side facing up. Once they've been put in, you see the writer will just light up. Just screw the backing plate back on. To fit the wheel writer on, the projection has to be out of the clean side of the bike, not the side which has a chain. So I have the bike facing this way so I can show you the way the mounting brackets go. But basically, the projector will be facing out this way. You take your top mounting bracket, has a guider line, and you just run the spoke in between and push it up till it goes tight against the back spokes there. You then take your wheel writer and these 2 guiding holes here will slot over the screws. And you just tighten those. You then take the middle backing plate, which has 3 guidelines on it, and they'll always line up with one of the spokes. So you just slot that in. Tighten the screws. You then take your middle backing plate, which you'll see has 3 guiding lines on it, where your spokes will slot into basically. You just clip that over. And tighten both screws. And you'll actually see the spoke will sit nicely in between one of the guiding lines. That's firmly in place, you can't move it up or down. We'll now turn the bike around to show you the clean side of the frame, where we'll mount the magnetic sensor. Okay, we'll now show you how to fit the magnetic sensor. So you're now on the clean side of the bike, which is where the image will be projected, so you can see it better. Key thing to note is on the magnetic sensor, you've got a little star there. Probably can't see it clearly on this, but there's a star also imprinted on here too. Basically, you've got to make sure they line up. So as a bike's upside down, you're looking at it, the sensor to go onto the bottom part of that A-frame, with the screws also facing down. So just slot this onto the frame. This is held on with a cable tie. So what we can do is just put it round, but we won't tighten it yet, as we will need some manoeuvrability. Okay, so what you need to do, make sure, as I said before, the star is lining up with that star. Has to be as close as possible to that star, but of course without hitting it. So once you get it close enough, just have a check that it's not hitting. Let's move it back slightly. That's fine. What we can now do is just tighten the retaining screw, which is the middle screw out of the three here. That will now hold the magnet in place. We can also tighten our cable tie. Let's have a quick check. That's fine. Just cut the excess bit of the cable tie off. Okay, when you switch your Fuze Wheel Writer on, notice one LED will light up. They'll all flash simultaneously, just to indicate that it's got the right sensitivity based on how far that is, the magnetic sensor is from the sensor there. There's 4 different modes basically. So you'll see mode 1, you just use the up and down arrows. So the mode 1 is a multiple picture mode, so it will project all 12 images in rotation. Mode 2 is a single picture. Mode 3 is your speedometer, so it will project your miles per hour on the wheel permanently. When you select on mode 4, if you take it out for the first time and you find that your miles per hour is projecting upside down or at a different angle, you click it onto mode 4, select OK, secondary lights will light up. That's basically going clockwise or anti-clockwise. You might need to do a few, but just move them along using the up and down keys. Try them out and then just see until your miles per hour is displayed correctly. Okay, we'll now switch this on to multiple mode and show you how it works.